Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Thought I'd share a quick video of the blooming orchids we had at our May Society meeting. The meeting was earlier this month. I've just been really busy lately, so I haven't had a chance to upload it. Not as many plants this time around, not as many people come to the last meeting, it seemed like, even though we did have a pretty cool speaker come and talk. But here you can see just a few phals, a zygopetalum hybrid, another massive cat grown by Luba. She has a knack for these things, it appears, but those flowers were huge. And quite a few of them on one plant too. This thing had branching roots. I think you can kind of see them down there a little bit. But yeah, just a few little mix of things here and there. Not a whole lot, but this time around we did have a speaker come from, I think it was New World Orchids. I cannot remember her name, but she spoke on Neofinitias. And so one of the gentlemen in our club brought the ones that he had blooming in so she could see them. And so you can see those here. They're cute little plants. She gave a really good speech on these, and they actually had some for sale, which I'll show you what I bought here in just a moment after this. But yeah, it was really neat to get a new perspective on some of these different types of orchids. I gained a better appreciation for them, that's for sure. So yeah, without further ado, I'll show you what I bought. Okay, so this is what I ended up getting from her. She had a lot of different types of plants, ones I was surprised by just because, you know, it wasn't really a part of her talk, but she also had a lot of Neos for sale, Sidereia japonica, which as you can see in the background, I nabbed one of those. They ranged in price from $10 all the way up to, I think some of them were like $500 and $600 if I remember correctly. She had variegated ones, little ones like the ones that I got here, this little guy right there. All kinds of stuff, but really a lot of fun. So I'll just take you through a quick tour of what it is that I purchased. The first one that I picked up, because I thought it looked like fun, was this one here, and I'll get the tag. It is Neofinitia Shutenu, which is deep pink times Fumi, and this is a seedling. You can see here though it is growing quite a bit. It's got that little root with the growing tip. It's gotten that since I brought it home. These little new growths were like just little, you could see just the tip of the leaf. Now that I've gotten it home, they've started to branch out with leaves. All I do with this is, she said they actually do better in lower light, though they are in the quote-unquote Vanda family now. So I guess they're like Vanda falcata. She still calls them Neo falcata because she says they're getting switched back and forth constantly. She's just going to stick with Neo. They actually like a little bit lower light than Vandas and will do much better for you in lower light. So I keep mine in a very, very, very bright northern window, and these are the results I'm getting. So I'm really pleased. This new leaf right here has gotten bigger since I brought it home. This new growth over here has gotten bigger. And like I said, those two new growths down there have gotten much, much bigger. So, and like I said, it's getting that new root there too, which has a huge growing tip on it. He was $20, which I didn't think was too bad. I keep him in this little saucer. He's in an open pot, as you can see, with just a little bit of bark, not much. But what I do is about once every other day, I'll just spray down the pot, and you can see here, I did that today. The roots turn nice and green, they soak it up, and then I let it dry out for a day. And he seems to be doing really, really well. So I'm pretty pleased with this purchase. For 20 bucks, I think that was pretty fun. Like I said, her talk was really inspiring. So I got really excited about the possibilities with Neos and what I can do. And so far, so good. So that was that one. And then I also got, which this is in a hanging pot. Let's see if I can get this turned around here without breaking off my Sidereia there, or Phalaenopsis again. Everything's getting constantly whatever. All right, where did you go? Let's see if you can get in there. Maybe Vanda crostata. This was actually in bloom when I got it. You can see the remnants of a spike right there. It had a little yellow flowers, really cute. It was on its way out when I got it, but I still hung on to it for a little bit. I don't think it stayed for about 3 or 4 days, but you can see, I mean, it's not a big plant at all. So that was pretty cool. And this one I actually keep in a southern window with my other Vandas. But since I've gotten him, he has started to get that new leaf, that new root, and that new root. So what I do with him is I keep him in a south window, and I dip him every single day. He is literally bare root. There is nothing in there at all. So I just dipped him today. But yeah, there's nothing in there to hold any type of moisture in. So I figure that's how he was sold to me. That's how I'll keep him. And again, he also seems to be doing really, really well. She said that these are pretty easy ones, and I think she said it has a pretty great fragrance on it too. So, like I said, when I got it, the flower it had was on its way out, so it had no fragrance whatsoever. But still, I'm a sucker for Vandas. So when I saw this, and I think it was, yeah, it also was only 20. I was like, yeah, that one's going home with me. So pretty pleased with that one. And then last but not least, I have been after this one for a very long time. Every time I come across one, it's too expensive, or I see something else that I like instead, or I forget that it was there and I buy something else. It just always ends up last on my list. And then I also heard it was very hard to take care of. But after her talk and what she said to do with these, I think I can do okay. When I bought it, the spike was here, and the buds still looked like these little tiny funky node things there. So it has since bloomed. These just opened up yesterday, so they are still, kind of new. Slight fragrance today. She said that will get stronger as time goes on with these. It is actually potted up like your normal Neofinitia, so in the cocodai form. I just watered him too, because since he is in that open pot, he dries out really, really fast. So I slipped him in this one just to kind of help keep the moisture in a little bit. But yeah, for this, I got it for $25. So I thought that was pretty great. And she said pretty much keep it the same way as I should be keeping the Neofinitia. So lower light and good air movement. So we'll see how this goes. I'm a little nervous, but I'm also pretty excited too, because like I said, I've wanted this one forever. And just to give you an idea, I mean, you kind of saw these are little tiny flowers, but they're really, really cute. I love the different stripes and the spots and the coloration of it all. I'm just glad I finally was able to get my hands on one. She had a few. The other ones, they're spikes that blasted, and then she had one that was an example, but it was in a hanging basket, and I thought, you know what, or not an example, excuse me, it was a sample plant. So I told her, she goes, oh yeah, I'll sell that one to you at the end of the meeting. Then I saw this guy, and he still had a little spike that looked good, whereas the other one was in full bloom, and she said it'll probably drop soon. So I thought, for $10 less, I can try it out and see how it goes, and so far so good. So yeah, these are the 3 plants that I picked up at the last meeting of the year. Very fun meeting. Lots of new information for myself. I think everybody else got pretty excited about them too. Only like one person really in my entire society grows the Neofinitia type orchids. So I think to get more people on board was really neat. Like I said, her talk was just so inspiring. If you ever are where she is and she's giving a talk, definitely do it. Go to it, listen to her. She's from New World Orchids. She's at a lot of shows up in our area. She is from, I believe, well, I don't remember what part of Michigan, but she is from Michigan. I don't know how far south she travels for shows, but if you are in Ohio or Indiana or Michigan, definitely check her out. She is at almost every single show. A lot of people pass by her booth because the plants are tiny, and a lot of them are not in bloom. But trust me, talk with her. She'll tell you what to do in order to get them to bloom. She'll find you a plant at a reasonable price. I mean, none of us really want to spend a lot of money on something just to watch it die. She actually told us a horror story of one of her friends, who paid a very pretty penny. I think she said over $1,000 for a Neo fan, and it died. And she went out and bought another one of the same one, and it died too. So $20 to me, I can do that. She even had some cheaper than that. So definitely, guys, if you see New World Orchids at a show, stop by her booth. She is wonderful. She's a lot of fun to listen to. She'll let you know everything you need to do to take care of these type of orchids. Really worth the time. So anyhow, thanks a lot, guys, for watching. I'll probably try and get another video in here sometime in the next few weeks. Schedules are even busier now, surprisingly, that the kids are out of school. I'm still running in every direction and barely have any time to myself, let alone to get a video out there. So I do apologize about that, guys, but thanks for sticking with me. I appreciate it. I hope you all have a great Memorial weekend, and we'll see you next time.